Hello and welcome back to Fetch the Pie, DROD RPG edition, I guess. So we are looking to get enough attack to make a difference on rock golems. Well, this attack is free. It's very expensive, but we're getting all the attack. I did also do a save between parts, so if we change our mind later, we can do that. You guys got cheaper if you get more attack. So that means that you guys are next. I think we're just going to do that. It's fine. That is 6, so what are you looking at now? Do we have enough health for this? We do. Okay. We'll do a scout right now. See if whatever is behind this mud mother is worth an absurd amount of health. There are more keys that we can get. But that was what, 1200 health? It is +3 attack, which is nice. And a key. That does make rock golems cheaper. If I'm not spending a key on this brain, it saves me 180 on each of those. At which point, that puts us up to 80 damage. So we'd be doing 12 damage a hit instead of 9. Okay, so then we would need an additional +8, so 3 more attack gems beyond that for golems to be free. Do we think that's reasonable? Do we think that's reasonable? If we get free golems, it does save us a little bit. The other thing I wanted to check out. Whoops, if we go all the way back around here. Oh, you're free now, by the way. Might as well do that. Yeah, lots of keys available. But since we're still scouting, what's up here? Because it's way cheaper than that mud mother. And a way better reward. Thing is, though, the mud mother doesn't get cheaper for a long time. Yeah. So +8. Even with the +3, the rock golems aren't going to get any cheaper. So I think this one actually does make sense to do when I did it. But I think that the +3 from here is going to have to wait. Oh, there's also this. Okay, while I'm just looking at things though, how do these Mad Eyes look? Okay, Mad Eyes are not getting cheap. This is what we're fighting Mad Eyes at this level. So at this point, we can just end the level. Get our end of level goodie cache before moving on. There are, however, right, the golems also aren't getting cheaper. Alright, so that's the state of things. I do think that one was worth doing when we did it. These are not worth doing then, because that attack doesn't help for a while. So we'll wait until golems are free before doing that. I'll need to get near the wall to hear what they're saying. The scout is stronger than the builder. Not too surprising, honestly. And your code was green, red, white, black? That's the same code you used last time. Okay, you got me. I admit I was kind of lazy. I hoped you wouldn't notice. Ah, okay. Let's go play cards now. Yes, green, red, white, black. Green, red, white, blank. Yeah, I thought... I thought it wasn't black. When I read it, but I read it too fast and I wasn't quite sure what I was reading. Alright, so green, red, white, blank. Well... Let's go up to... here. Green, red, white, and then blank, just don't do it. Okay. Yep, rather than try to solve that myself, the health wasn't urgent, might as well. I remembered that secret existed. Speaking of secrets, there are 4 on this level. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we found them all. Also, this level shape is nice and symmetrical. I don't know if Jocko is a big fan of symmetry. He's a DROD player, so he probably is, but seems to come with playing DROD for whatever reason. Yeah, with that, I think we're done with this level. So... final push. I would much rather play keys than spend keys. And this is the thing, if you optimize the stats early on, then it just snowballs into everything else. So the fact that I was able to get the stats the way I did means that I get to continue saving keys for the future. You see, we need to make the supply run from Sector 7 purple to Sector 6 white. That way, we can restock critical supplies at our outpost there. The king violated the terms of our agreement. Worse, he's gathering a large force. I think he's planning to preemptively strike and cause chaos. There's no way anyone could make a run through that area and survive after that happens. It would be risky, but doable in time before that happens. Besides, it's a pretty short distance to cover. That was nothing, right? Yes, that was, the Mad Eye lock. That's it, I'm sure of it. Let's continue the conversation back at base. Nobody here. That was a close one. My hunch is I don't want to get discovered quite yet. Yeah, getting discovered tends to result in people that don't want you being in a place taking active measures to stop you from being in a place. Alright, so with our current stats, we can take these eyes from behind, and they are free. So we can... well, what happens to the first kill? The first kill seals us in here, so we have to fight everything. Okay. Then, once we've dropped the door, we get to go through here. We can kill the queen later for good measure. And we get our shortcut back. So really, what we're doing is we're either spending a yellow key, or we're spending a green key. But the yellow key comes with an extra 510 damage. In terms of score, that's not worth it. There are so many yellow keys scattered everywhere, though, that I could be grabbing. There's also the option of doing this, spending both a yellow and a green, and then another yellow, or having the cost, not even, like, well, more than having the cost. Right. Let's just make sure that doesn't trigger again. I think that given the scarcity, the relative scarcity of green keys, I mean, I did spend one, I still have one. I don't think a green key for 600 health is really worth it. I have so many yellow keys I could get that I'm just gonna... do that, and again, confirming, plus 50, so I mean, there's no defense in the hold unless there's a shield. This is just the way this is going to be. Alright, we've defeated the Mad Eyes. Another new personal best, but I'm getting slightly less optimal each run. I'm pretty sure I have all the score points for this hold. Alright. Okay, and that opens up so that we can still traverse this room if we choose to. And 3 more attack. And a shortcut. Alright, well, before we step further forward, let's just take stock of our resources here. I mean, there's a ton of keys everywhere. Even green key there. Got little bits of health everywhere. Another wooden blade, if we wanted to be redundant. Oh, there is that attack. I forgot about that. That would have been way better than going through a secret that I did. Okay, but I think like that would have been better than going up here when I did. But that level of optimization I'm not going to do on camera. It would have saved us, what, 120 health? 3 mud baby fights? Which isn't nothing, but... I would have to do the scouting again. Yeah, I mean, that is the experience of playing RPG, so you know what? Oh, no, it also gives us the key, though. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Vincent was growing more apprehensive about this pie fetching job. It was now clear to him that the human presence down here was not incidental, and also the area the beneath he was in was to be much larger than he expected. As he reached the bottom, he wondered just how much of this Rodrigo knew about, and where exactly this pie would be stored. Another thought, just before I continue here. If I was super concerned about optimizing, I would also be picking which score point I was optimizing for, because obviously that Mad Eye lock could be a lot better if I was just grabbing a bunch of keys before fighting it, because I have a bunch of cheap keys on the previous levels. So I'm kind of playing this just to get through it, so arguably optimizing for the final score point, but I'm not going to be, you know, sweating it over a few hit points here and there, because I'm not routing this whole thing with that extent, to that knowledge. Yeah. Now, if my hunch is correct, just as I thought. Intruder! Intruder! Well, this will make things more difficult. Yeah, so I'm not going to be too terribly concerned about it. That's odd. This sign says the next 2 levels are Sector 5 Green and Sector 5 Blue instead of 5th level. Well, that sounds like 2 5th levels. like all the other signs said. Anyway, there's a staircase in Kars south, Sense east, and another in Thrice north, Septance east. Yeah. It's a big hold. So here's one way down. Here's another way down. Alright, you guys are free even with... even while brained, because I just do enough damage. And this way is locked, but I can teleport from here. Alright, well, mud babies I don't think are free, so it makes sense to get the extra kill. Like that. Okay. There is 6 attack on the previous level. So we could get free rock golems. One of those is behind a rock golem. So I guess it depends. What does this do? This opens that, okay. And this is 3 eyes for attack right away. And I can spend money instead to get the key and not get the attack. Why? What is this trade? I feel like that's an incredibly obvious choice. Even without the meta knowledge that you want as much attack as possible. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back to the previous level. And we're just gonna grab this, because then we get free rock golems. And now that we have free rock golems, there is actually a few more things we could be doing probably on this level. This room, for example. I guess we're still looking at 200 damage for attack, and like 1200 for this one, which is pretty expensive. We have not... Oh yeah, we still have that scout in there. Was there another rock golem room? There was this, which we can spend a yellow key or 120 Greckles to get a yellow key. Okay, so I mean that is something, but I feel like for now we could also go back to the previous level. It might be almost time to do that again. Okay, shortcut opened. Again, the eyes just seem like the obvious choice here. I don't want to spend that amount of money or keys for that. Okay, we have a hidden room to the west here. This we might as well do, because the puzzle here is to lift up the plate without fighting any mud babies. I don't know how careful I have to be about it. I will reset if it turns out I needed to be more careful than I am. Nope. Okay, this is our last corner. It's not really a puzzle. I guess it kind of is, but and that sort of thing is a lot more difficult with tar or gel. When it comes to mud in an open space, there's not really all that much you can do. Alright. We'll grab the attack, and then also knowledge of more health if we need it. Yeah, you see? There he is. You're right, I'll go warn the others. Hey, stop. It's okay, you're gonna stop and wait for me. Alright, hidden room here. So... backtracking. Yeah. We got... if we fight this brain, we lock ourselves out of a green key. Mad Eyes could conceivably be cheaper. I do not desperately need green keys. But, good to be aware that that's there. Tar Baby almost cheaper. Okay, I get to choose which path I go through, I see. Hope I'm not too late. Gotta hurry. Wait, I want to talk to you. Pressing this wouldn't have made a difference. I wouldn't have been able to stop you in time. Alright, well, since we have free golems, that was a completely free choice. Right. This room. So, killing you locks me out of health. But if I do this, he shut the door behind him. Isn't the time to get delayed. So if I spend a green and a yellow key, defeated the scout early. New personal best. However, I don't really want to spend a green and a yellow key for that. So, yeah, you're gonna run away. Something tells me I had one chance. Oh well, I bet it'll all work out anyway. Kind of. Okay. Here I can... well, I can do this now, and... oh no, I can't fight you guys from behind. Not that I want to anyway, because I want that health. Stop! I just want to talk. Sorry, not with the likes of you. Ah, you're too late. The goblins have arrived. Our defenses are holding well, though. Wait, goblins? Yes, goblins. Yeah, I see. I'm from the surface, and yes, I know all of that. I know all that. Well, this is it then. Take care, 5 Fort Scout number 2. I suppose this means goodbye then. Wait, what? Okay, so you have an orb here. Toggles those. So we don't want to hit that. This is where I make my stand. Okay, so you would have been... so this is the difference. We're saving like... so we instead of like 150, it's 475, and also we lost potion. So... Please, I just want to do my job. Your job is to remove the pie. I won't stand for it. The goblins out there, this is all I can do to protect it. I don't want to fight you. Just step off of the pressure plate and let me continue. Not likely. I'm staying right here. Then you leave me no choice. Well, we could make you cheaper. The benefit of making you cheaper, it would cost us way more than the benefit of delaying that. I mean, I guess we could. This is not too bad, but everything else is getting pretty expensive. I have failed in my duty. And defeated the scout normally. It's a shame he forced me to kill him to proceed. I can now continue, but at what moral cost? Must be a really good pie. Alright. Goblins are tough foes. You had better have plenty of attack and some good defensive power if you want to fight them. If you find yourself running low on health and can't clear some critical parts out, consider coming here with more health. Yes, if you don't have enough health, you need more health. Well, goblins are 400 apiece and soon 300 apiece. Alright, time to do some more exploration. I guess I don't need to make a save here because I'm not fighting stuff right away, but whatever. Better too many than too few. Ah, is a surfacer I seize, and a toothing he earns if he steps close. Goblins. They're smart ones, but they're monsters all the same. Yeah, so this is the goblin level, kind of. There is a goblin invasion in process, I suppose. Small Vault A. Sector 4 white entrance, Sector 4 green entrance. And stairs to Sector 5 green. Alright, so with this... that's an attack gem that we could get. It's a bit expensive, but there are multiple paths through. Here... I guess that yellow key is currently worth quite a bit of health, but it also involves fighting a goblin. Room to the south is a hidden room. Okay, so we have money. We can buy health. Not cheap, though. So, brained goblins. Also, a hot tile. This is one of very few hot tiles in this hold, from what I recall. So just have to keep in mind now that I've made it to level 4, that if I'm ever really low on health, this is the first health I should get. Which I guess means that while I'm on level 4, I'm going to stop just picking up health. Okay, attack gem down there. Can I get through here without taking any hits? I think not. I think I have to take one from you, going each way. Yeah, I think this is 2 hits. So I could spend a green key to make that cheaper. You're now doing 100 damage a hit instead of 200. Yep, that is in fact what doubling does. So, sort of free attack. Here we got 2 goblins. On Ormites. But I think that leads to our serpent skin suit. We definitely want. Okay, a bunch of stuff in here. Including just keys for attack. Something to consider. Might as well. Alright, that's also just going to be a few goblin hits. A few unbrained goblin hits, even. That's 2 hits for the gem. A lot of these I probably just want to do. But let's keep looking around. 2 green keys gets you 2 green keys back. Chaco seemed to really like this sort of thing back when he built this. There seemed to be quite a few trades of this nature, where you have keys and then you get refunded the keys immediately. So it's just a reward for getting to a certain place with extra keys. Okay, we do have a brain in this room. This is a scouting run. And I happen to know we're not getting down there anytime soon. So let's at least look in here. Alright. Yeah, that 20 attack makes a big difference, it turns out. With all the other attack that we could have had coming in here. Yep, definitely worth keeping in mind. I guess I could have looked at that room from here as well. Oh no, I have to go through a goblin to see it. Was there anything else that I could see? I guess there's this. Yeah, because there's no other way down here. That we know about. Okay, there's a secret wall there. Thanks for the reminder, map. Okay, let's go look at those couple of rooms. So yeah, I can get through here without taking any hits at all. I do have to take 200 if I want that that attack, which I almost certainly do. Okay, and the room to the south is a hidden room. But we're going through 2 goblins. This is a scouting run. I did fight some enemies I don't want to fight, so I will put off solving that puzzle until later, but we will be solving that puzzle. I'll spend for it. Okay, so we have to spend to get through here without fighting. And all that gets us is a blue key, first one of those that we've seen, at the cost of 5 goblins. Okay. I think that's everything. Let's just get everything on the map that we can... Oh, right. Small all day. I mean, we probably just want to do that. It's 4 yellow keys. Also, right, we're not grabbing the freely available health because of that. Okay, well, I don't expect us to be getting... I guess I will grab this because I have to go through goblins to get to it. Okay, so we'll do that. Any more of these attack just kind of lying out there in the open if I pay for it? Pay for it with health. I think that's the best way I can get through there, but I'm also grabbing 600 health for doing it. Okay. That's a lot. That attack doesn't immediately help me, I don't think. Okay, I think it's been long enough. It's time to do the inevitable backtracking. Let's see if we could have saved ourselves. Any resources? Can I? Yeah, okay, I can just toggle that to... okay, and that's fine. Okay. Okay, can't quite deal with those. You got cheaper. That's just green keys. At least for the moment. Right, so on this floor, all it was keys. Unless I'm doing this, which... still 32. I want to check the Mud Mother room. But I think that's it. Okay, so yeah, I just want to check the Mud Mother. This room is optionally taking brained Mad-Eye hits. But it's cheaper just to do this part already. Again, that's just for keys though. Alright, so what are you looking at? One more attack makes you way cheaper. And then we can do this. Times 2. Right, because one more attack gives me enough to just kill you in one hit, but then you get first strike because I don't have a weapon. Okay, there is attack here. It's just 200. I don't think... Okay. It's fine, we have a sword. I don't think this is going to be getting cheaper, and I don't think that we have a, another option available that will be cheaper than this one. I'm not going to leave that health. Guess I will. Since we are trying to get that hot tile done with, so that I can stop thinking about it. Alright, and the whole point of that was that... well, I might not have enough health for this Mud Mother, actually. Yeah, I need another 130-ish. Something like that. Okay, well, I guess we will grab that. And then we'll go back and do the hot tile. 45. You might not be taking 1 damage, you might be taking 2. It's fine. Right, we can actually just teleport. Which is technically faster. Let's not do that. Free damage. Too lazy to calculate 5% of 40. Alright. Now we're back to grabbing health. In part because we desperately need health again. But there is a bunch of health lying around on that previous level now. Let's just start from the beginning, though. Do our sweep. Might as well clean up this level for good. There we go. Never again will I need to return to level 1. Level 2. Almost certainly never doing that. You guys... Is that really worth it? We'll take the free stuff. That... Not really any reason to do that, but also not really any reason not to. So, I mean, that tar baby we could fight now. That gives us keys and health. Could be a bigger health profit than it is, though. $68. If I subtract 20, I'm at not 68. Okay. You are not free. You are free. Also, that's some pretty good health for Freckles. Oh. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can pick the shield up again. Didn't need it. So for 100, we get 800 health. 100 Greckles. I think that's pretty good compared to some of the later trades. I'm also trying to remember how much was the serpent skin suit. It was 1800, wasn't it? I think it was 1800. I don't actually remember. Alright, we're never doing this room. Well, we left you here because we want to interrogate you again. $2,100. Okay. Turns out not releasing that character is purely to your benefit. Roach Queens would be free with a sword. Like so. $28 for... Oh, we're spending 120 to get in. Unless I just want to spend a yellow key. Save 120 Greckles. I mean, I don't super need any of that stuff anyway. Right, you guys are not doable yet. There's a lot less available than I was hoping. Actually, we will. Check in here. Okay, we could go in here. That was some more health.
What?
Okay, I think that's the backtracking done. Free monsters eventually. That's pretty good health. I do have a lot of keys. I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna assume I'm gonna have to make some help for key trades eventually. Things are hitting pretty hard when I do fight them. And we're back. Now, actually trying to make forward progress. What is the goal at this point? Goblins are 5 more attack gems, so I don't think... Yeah, sentries are even more than that. I don't think my goal then really is to get more attack right away. Maybe it's to see how those goblins look, because I want into the vault. Also, I can do this now. which is going to cost me 60. I don't remember what's down here. Right, so what I'm trying to do here is get these platforms out of the way. Which wasn't terribly difficult to do. There we go. And that gets me an attack and some health. Okay. I did spend 600 on that. 600 health and 60 Greckles. Goblins are worth 60 Greckles though, right? So 30, like 2 are worth 60. So that was neutral in the end. Alright, I guess we'll stick with that. Because I do still need more Greckles anyway. Well, no, not Greckles, but I need more health and more stats. Alright, so how does this look if I have a wooden blade? 400 apiece, huh? Could be cheaper. Could be 300 apiece. And that's actually reasonable, so I think I will do that. So this, for example, it's 300. Plus a few other hits, that's like 450. You're cheaper than 450. And not getting cheaper. You're another goblin on Ormites, same deal. There's still this. Yeah, okay. I think the cheapest two to get now then are going to be this and 660, huh? Yeah, I think that's still cheaper. Tar baby. We're just gonna get the tar baby. I mean, you save quite a bit with an upgrade. And it's not that far off. I changed my mind. Because if we can go through like a goblin and an evil eye, for example. That's pretty cheap as well. Alright, and then for your 300, you come through here. Serpent skin suit lies in the vault down the stairs ahead. It is body armor, not a shield, so it can be used concurrently and invisibly with a shield. Wearing the serpent skin suit adds an additional 10 defense to a person's base defense statistic. Right. Anyone without permission, so us, needs to pay 2,100 Greckles. And also, fight through you. Alright, well we are very close to that amount of money. So let's just... pick a few fights. Do this one for sure. And we need another 41 Greckles. Oh, is there anything down here that was reasonably... One goblin and a simple sentry would do it. Well, we know we want the simple sentry. And the goblins... I feel like it's not worth fighting a goblin. I should probably go to a previous level. Or consider something like this. Like 3 mud babies, for example. And a golem and a brain. Is that enough? It is. Alright, I have the 2100 Greckles now. Now I can go get that serpent skin. Alright, we'll go kill that brain. Yeah. Again, I probably could have found a better fight, but that's a thing I want to do fairly soon anyway. Now, if he came in here with a portable orb... Also, we're on the 5th bubble, by the way. And we are poor, but also we get health. Step on the black door to open the chest, obtain the serpent skin suit. Alright, this is well-worked serpent skin. The best leather money can buy. Huh. Leather isn't the best protection around, but this will work well enough. Yeah. And given how rare defense is in this hold, things like that definitely feel like they're worth doing. And also because the hold is massive, getting defense as early as possible makes a pretty big difference. Alright, let's call it there. We have ourselves a nice set of serpent skin, so we're going to be taking 10 less damage from all attacks, regardless of whether we're on Mormites or not. And it doesn't even take up our armor or accessory slot. So, yeah, the rare defense gem equivalent in the hold has been procured, and we will continue with this next time. I will see you then.